Hello, everybody. Meteorologist joining you on this untoasty Tuesday morning. Dangerous cold sticks around over the next 7 days. But what about beyond that? We're going to take a look at that in your forecast today. Looks pretty brutal indeed.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
It's that time of the year, folks, where you just got to make sure you have a survival kit in your vehicle and just be prepared for anything out there. Car batteries, your home's furnace, working overtime to get you where you need to go and to keep your home warm. And this cold air is going to stick around, and it could be here for the rest of the month. Not every day or every hour, but we are going to be battling the cold more so than the snow now as we continue through the remainder of the month. Let's go ahead and take a look at this American model where you see this purple blob. That's cold. The blue colors, by the way, that's freezing air. So the southern half of the United States, not too bad right now, and it stays that way. And up on the northern half of the United States, not too bad right now, except it's really cold. And it stays that way as well. Here we go through the 10th of the month. Let's go ahead and set this puppy into motion and see here that purple blob and this white stuff. That's a sub-zero air, and it's over us, and it's here to stay. Now, we'll have some afternoon highs that get us out of the sub-zero category, but only a few days as we go through the next several. Notice it's focused right over North Dakota, eastern Montana, and Minnesota. That's as we get into the 13th of the month. Head towards your, Valentine's Day. You'll want to snuggle up to that one that you love because it's going to be brutally cold. Now, there will be a little bit of a warm up on this day thanks to south winds, but it's not going to feel all that warm. It's going to definitely bring a slight chance of some snow in the Central Plains, big time snow chances there. Now, behind that system that moves through on your Valentine's Day, the cold air drops right back down and it spends, 15, 16, 17. You get it. The picture looks pretty bleak for warm air up here with sub-zero air where you see the purples and really sub-zero air where you see that bluish shade. Here, the dark blues, that's the freezing line all the way down into Mississippi and Alabama as we go through the middle of the month and beyond. Now, here's the hope, but does it last? On the 18th of the month, downslope warming here in the eastern plains of the Rocky Mountains, but it rarely makes its way into the eastern third of North Dakota unless we have a strong wind from the west that lasts for several days, at least 2 or 3. That ain't looking like it's going to happen. We'll get a little moderation in our western counties briefly. As we get toward the end of the month, we'll feel some impacts of that. Not quite as cold, but it does look brutally cold. Now, as we get into the 23rd, the whole region warms up. This is a storm system. Too far out to tell the track on this one, folks. But the bottom line is that overall, through the majority of the remainder of the month, we are cold. But maybe as we get beyond the 23rd, we'll have a chance at seeing some much milder air in place. That's a look at your forecast for the rest of the month. How about for today? Let's talk about it briefly. This is what you need to know as you're heading out the door. Brutal cold temperatures this morning, but it's not the air temperatures. It'll be 20 to 35 below zero. It's those wind chills that could approach 50 plus below zero in a few spots out there, even with light winds. 37 below at the bus stop in Fargo. Grand Forks 40 below, 30 below for you folks in Bemidji, and even out in Fergus Falls, it looks ear-ripping cold out there as well. Then for the afternoon, expect temperatures to stay below zero for almost the entire area you see here in purple. There'll be a burg or two, a suburb or two that get just briefly near or above zero, and that's it. It's going to be brutally cold. The 7-day planner, as we started with, is where we finish. And I want your photos uploaded at hutchesweather.com. And did you know by clicking the follow button on my Facebook page, Hutch Johnson, Chief Meteorologist, it helps Hutch reach more people? And you can do that. I'd love to have you follow me. It would be an honor. And it's a privilege that I take very seriously. Have a safe day. Stay warm. Put a survival kit in the vehicle and check back for updates.